Hello, this is Beth with Full Moon in October. How is everyone? How's everyone doing? I'm feeling much more chill. Energetically, that was so intense there for a while. It was just like, and it feels nice to have some integration time. I feel like the focus is not so much changing right now, but in integration and just giving myself a little smudgy mist of spirit mist, smudgeless smoke. Been doing some other videos before this one, so just clear myself a bit and into the reading. But yeah, the energy has calmed down a bit, at least for me. So I hope it's feeling better for you too, because oh man, it was so intense there for a while. Okay, I always book a full moon reading. The link's down below if you're interested. It also has the links to the other readings that I offer. So feel free to take a look at that. You can also order a personal heart light transmission, which is the light language offering that I do. Call my little part of light language heart light transmissions, because that's where they come from. They come from my heart. Okay, what are we using today? We are using the Oracle of Visions and Sacred Rose. I was going to use Cosmic, but it's hiding in this one I found first. So, Oracle of Visions and Sacred Rose. Okay. Oh, I always like this one. This is actually a favorite deck of mine. I haven't used it in quite a while. And I was looking at my decks. I'm like, I should pull this one out and use it. So I am. Oracle of Visions. Oh, I like this one. So this has to do with dreams. And are you going to live your dream, or are you just going to dream your dream? Because you have to do action. Action is needed to bring dreams into being. You can't just sit there and watch TV and eat chips and whatever you like and think about it. You have to actually move into something and do it. It's very much part of creating dreams and bringing them into being. You have to, because she has to practice. You can't just dream doing that tightrope. Excuse me. Tightrope act. She has to practice it, or she's just going to fall off. And even if you do fall off, get back up, get up. You just keep going. You keep practicing. And then one day, you're going to have that refinement that you need to get your dream into reality. And this doesn't have to be a big dream. It doesn't have to be huge. You don't have to go big. You just go for what feels good and juicy in your heart. What feels good in your solar plexus. What feels good in both your heart chakra and your solar plexus. Because those two together, they're BFFs. They will create magic just by working with each other. It changes things a lot. So look at what you're dreaming, how you want to bring it in. And you don't have to dream big if you don't feel like dreaming big. It can be a tiny dream of just, I don't know what that tiny dream is. It can be whatever is speaking to you. You don't have to have some grandiose thing, is all I'm saying. Yeah, we always hear this, dream big. Maybe you don't feel like dreaming big. Maybe you're just dreaming about like a part-time help that comes in and cleans your house for you. That can be a good dream. I'm not a big cleaning person. So what's the dream and how can you make it happen? What are the action steps that have to occur for that dream to happen? Okay, Sacred Rose now. Ooh. So, okay. So we got this dream card. I'm making the dream come true. And then we've got a couple interesting cards to go with it. And I feel like these are things that are, what's the word I'm looking for? Not blocking. Blocking's not the right word. Things that we want the dream now. And we kind of are in a, what's the word I'm looking for? Words. Come on, words. Little hamster in the head needs to run faster this morning. Okay, well, I'm just going to show you the cards and start talking. Hermit. Integration right now. Hugely integrating point in time. And the integration is going to help with that dream. Because just because we need to act and we need to practice, we also need to integrate that. It's like doing art. The more you do art, the better you're going to get. I do not know of any artist that I follow, that I like and follow, who say, I'm just going to wait for inspiration to come. They're like, no, I'm going to paint. I'm going to paint my butt off. I'm just going to paint. I'm going to paint every day. I'm going to paint. I'm going to draw. I'm going to practice it. And that's what you got to do with this. It's that kind of application of just do art. Sometimes I do really bad art, but I still do art. And that's part of the integration process too that's coming in, is that practice and knowing that we can do something that's crappy and be okay with it. Believe me. My first art journal, I was looking back over my art journals the other night, pulled them all out. And I'm like looking at the first one. I'm like, oh my God. The difference is very astounding, but I was worked really hard to get that difference brought back into my life, to get back into a place where I can create art that I really, really like. And there are things in that first art journal that I still really, really like. There's things that I'd be like, if I was doing it now, it would look totally different. But that's where I was then, and that's where I've been now, because I was willing to practice my dream of getting better at art. And I'm also willing to let the integration happen within my muscles and within my mind and in those neural patterns that integrate into my being so I can do things more effortlessly. And that's what integration does. Taking the time to integrate lets it become part of you. It lets it become part of emotional memory, of muscle memory, of neuron memory. All that stuff that goes into creating what you are and how you respond to things. So right now, we're kind of tucked away integrating, and that's fine, because integration is helping us with that, with getting to know what actions need to happen to get to our dreams. So that's really a powerful pairing there that you wouldn't really expect. And I think also what threw me off too was we got the Six of Swords. And swords are kind of the Debbie Downer of the tarot. They're like fives. Like, hey, 5 of coins, 5 of swords. Woo! But you know, they're not the ones that people kind of like over. They tend to be things that, you know, we don't want to deal with. Quite frankly. My coffee's kind of cold and I'm too lazy to get up and get my water at this point. I'm just going to suffer. But we got the Six of Swords. And at first I'm like, oh, what the heck? Because the first card's just like, oh, practice your dream. It's coming. Whoa. And then we got Hermit and the Six of Swords that kind of went, wah, wah. So we got this practice your dream. We're integrating. And the Six of Swords, not a Debbie Downer today. When we start to move out of the integration, and I feel like the integration really is going to process through until I think around Halloween. Oh, that's like the end of October. And it's going to continue on still through the solstice in December. But the processing is going to change, right? Through October, through to Halloween, Hallow, Samhain, however, whatever you want to call it. We're going to have this aspect of integration. We're going to be working with the Hermit a lot on integrating stuff so we can go out and practicing our dreams and creating the crappy stuff so when we put it out in the real world, when it comes to fruition, we got the good stuff. Because that's what practice is about. Practice is about sucking so you can be good. You know, another arts analogy or whatever the heck they're called. Dancers. Dancers don't just dance on the stage. Dancers go to class every morning. They spent hours practicing. They spent years learning their trade. So they could be good enough to go on stage. And that's where we're at. We're in that practicing integration phase. We're learning that. It's getting it so solid that we can build that dream and make it come out how we want it. And so we got the integration factor going on hardcore through Halloween and still happening through the solstice is what it feels to me. But after we get, kind of into that next full moon, we're going to start seeing the Six of Swords going. And that's kind of a journey. We're not sure where that journey is going to take us, but we're going to need to use our brain pan a bit as we head into the solstice and out into that next full moon. We're going to be like, okay, so I've integrated, I'm really practicing, and where do you need to take that journey next? Is what this is saying to me. Where do you need to go after that? And I think that's going to be the next aspect of the integration, is knowing where you want to take that energy and how you're going to use it when you're done practicing and you're bringing it out to the world. Because that's a powerful place to be, really powerful. And so, yeah, when I first saw these two, I went, oh boy, what the heck? But yeah, there's some power here. And you can choose to step into this empowerment. It's up to you. You don't have to do any of this. It's always a choice. You can switch into another collective conscious pool, because I tap into only one of them. It's like I have my little soul culture I tap into for my people who are drawn to me, and that's the one I read for. There's other ones out there, so if you're not liking where this one's headed, you can find a different energy to tap into. And maybe that's where your Six of Swords is going. Maybe someone else's Six of Swords is bringing them more in alignment with how I work, or someone else works, or how they work. So yeah, lots of integration going on. Lots of dream building, lots of practicing. So when we do decide to go out there and do our tightrope walk, we're ready and we can kick it and we're going to do awesome and rock it instead of flopping off. A lot of power there. Let's see what we got for information card. Okay, I'm going to suck it up and grab my water. Be right back. Because it was so hard to get up and walk halfway across the room. Human people like me. Okay, let's go get affirmation card and let me have some moistened mouths. Okay. Begin it, be it, soar. That fits in really well with where we're at. Be it, begin it, soar. Because we're working on our dreams, we're not just dreaming them, we're creating the action steps. We're integrating the practices that we are doing right now to get our dreams so we can expand out and figure out how we want to put them into, use those action steps and make them happen. We're going to be it. We're going to begin and we're going to soar. So that is pretty awesome. I like that one. Sometimes these are so just brilliant. I'm so happy I created them. We also have more decks on sale. I created a couple extra just because I'm crazy. And it was so fun because I had my prototype, which I really love my prototype, but it's a prototype. And I was going to list this one. And I'm like, This is like one of my favorite ones I made. And it has that beautiful lunar black from Daniel Smith. And I'm like, I'm not listening to you. I'm keeping you. So I kept a proper one for myself. But links down below if you want to pick up a handmade affirmation deck. And people, they're all different. I made these by hand. They're, yeah, by handmade. I quite literally mean I like painted every card in your deck. Oh, okay. Let's do a little heart light transmission here. Jamaica dalal Syria. Ya de minte ko sitela di monene karate katapo sakanya. Kenya koraka. Here kamine gala skitini one so te bedanindi si konte sa te pishi shisha. Si shokapata here henki kro. Kra kra sikadati si hi mokita. He mosa kadisini hi. Halako mene nene so hi ha ko. Santa pitala sitada dabita dakata. Sadosi. Makadada gisa nani galocha gisi kete patalaka ha ha kotsa tetipi. Sonika. Hosi. Chami samo hilapatetsa katotiji. Jamaica squati. Shokita poskanisa kacha. Chike palakantisi kianihi hula pro. Hili pro kisa nikolata katanitkin kinam koke palikiti. So here koti piti hoa ilika. Holi kiminasi kitolosu pitate poke. Seme hakatika sakatatale kitite kan. Siashke hepedo kitipitani. Bani kosiditi hatatiti hanikiti ho hershi ha. Benekanaso. Ti hi kote pe he helokapitasi nini. Pas ko he si nini la pakalasita wokilika. Trapa ha nyako pro sinikata positabilita. Punipia hanye ke some kopra. Here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for everyone who subscribed and everything. Thank everyone so much right now. There's so much gratitude sometimes that just wells up, and it's one of those moments. Very much a gratitude kind of feeling I have right now after that transmission. I don't know what to say. So if you want to book a reading or a personalized heart light transmission, links down below. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of this journey. Much love, and I'll be talking to you at the new moon. See you then. Bye-bye, everyone.